big kerfuffle this past week about the effort of Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib to get into Israel. They wanted to go visit Israel. They're going under the auspices of a group that's a profound supporter of BDS movement, boycott, divest, and sanction movement. So as you likely saw in the news, Israel said, no thanks. Actually, you can't come here, Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, to come to Israel where you're trying to stir up hatred of Jews and hatred of Israel. And so they have gone all victim modes, and this is terrible. You can't do this to us. They're trying to call it Islamophobic. They're essentially saying, these two congresswomen, Democrat Muslim congresswomen, are trying to say, we hate Israel. We defame Israel all the time. We attack Jews. We're anti-Semitic. We want to go to Israel to perpetuate our attack on the Jewish people and on the state of Israel. We're coming under the auspices to stir up the BDS movement, and we're outraged you won't let us come. I mean, it's absurd. But I learned some things about BDS movement very quickly to share with you, because BDS gets a lot of credit in relatively respectable circles. People say, well, it's just people that think that Israel's doing the wrong thing about the settlements and that they should, give certain land away to other entities. And somehow it's all Israel's fault that they've done bad things. And that's why this BDS movement exists. This would be false. The BDS movement, just so you know, founded by left-wing socialists and Marxists in 2001, explicitly for the purpose to undermine Israel's sovereignty. They have skillfully exploited the language of peace, justice, and human rights to appeal to Western dupes who fall for this. But adopted by Palestinian extremists in 2005, so now you got the socialists up to destroy Israel 2001, the Palestinians, who hate all the Israelis, adopted in 2005, and they use it to mislead civic, cultural organizations, government, and individuals. And they claim is only for the purpose of trying to get a Palestinian state. If we could just have a Palestinian state, of course, then we would stop this BDS movement. But this is great because there's more exposure to the reality. BDS is nothing more than the ongoing today ancient hatred of Jews and Israel, the ancient anti-Semitism all of us have known about since time began.